Hey guys, it's Gwen. Today I want to show you how I was able to connect my GoHighLevel when someone makes a purchase inside my GoHighLevel and have it unlock a specific classroom inside of my school group. Now, my school group is a free school community, so anybody can join my school group for free, but I do have certain classrooms in there that are unlocked, and I don't have them unlocked by a paywall inside of Skool. I have them unlocked inside of my GoHighLevel because I want to be able to have a funnel where the purchase happens and not have the purchase happen inside of Skool. So I searched and searched and searched for a video that would show me how to do this process and came up with literally nothing on YouTube, in Reddit, nowhere. So what I'm going to do is walk you through the process that I finally figured out. I don't want to tell you how long it took me, but now that I know how to do it, you should know how to do it within a couple of minutes, like less than 20 minutes. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So the first thing that you're going to need, obviously, is going to be your GoHighLevel account, and you'll need an automation. And then the second thing you're going to need is your Zap, and I guess the third thing that you're going to need is your Skool account. Okay, so here's my Skool account. Okay, so this is a free community, but what I wanted to be able to do was when somebody purchased my Wisdom into Wealth challenge, I wanted to be able to unlock this classroom for them here inside of Skool. So here we go. The first thing that I did was I set up a workflow. I set up a workflow inside to trigger when there was a purchase. So my trigger for my workflow is that a payment is received. The payment is for the specific product, so Wisdom into Wealth 5-day challenge. The payment status is success. So that is my trigger. The second thing that I always do in my automations, I'll just walk you through that. I add a tag so that I know that they've purchased. I add a notification, and this I make fun. Okay, I make it fun for me. So when I get an email, it says, "Hey Rockstar, you've got another Wisdom into Wealth challenge sign up. Make sure they have access to Skool and the challenge classroom." So this email comes to me, and I celebrate every time this email comes into my inbox, and it tells me who the name is so that I can celebrate them right away. So that's an internal notification. The next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to set up a webhook. So the action name is a webhook. The method is going to be the post. Then you're going to need to grab the URL from Zapier. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to open up the published one that I already have here, this Zap that I already have here. I'm going to walk you through the process of what we did. Okay, so I'm going to build a new one. What I'm going to do is, can I duplicate this from here? Let's duplicate this. And that way I can walk you through from scratch. So here's what it's going to look like. Let me just name this one so that I don't, this is a duplicate. And we're not going to finish finalizing this one so that I do not save this one. So you're going to grab a webhook as your first trigger, okay? And this is a catch hook. So in your app, you want to click on webhooks, okay? So when you click on webhooks, you're going to select the event as a catch hook. When you go into configure, you can skip configure. When you go into test, you're going to actually get a generated webhook that you're going to copy here, and this is what you're going to paste inside here. So you paste your URL here, and you save your action. And back over here, I've already had a request. So what you would do is you would find new records, and then what this is going to do is this is going to show you the test account that we set up, making a purchase over here. So this test account, we tested, we put our purchase into test mode, and we had my husband, make a purchase. And that generated at least this copy of information here. And what this information is giving us is the cost and the trigger and the actual thing that happened over here. So this actual trigger, the payment was received. And so now Zapier has the information locked in here, and we continue with the selected record. Now you will have to connect your Skool app if your app is not connected, but once you connect it once in Zapier, that should be enough. And so what you want to do is you want to go into add a step, and your next step, your action step, is going to be your Skool step. The action is invite a member, and then if you hadn't added your account, your Skool account, you would add that here, but I've already got mine added. Now the next step is to configure. And so when you click on this, and you actually can hit the whatever this line bar where the question mark is, you would want to find the email of the person of the record that you have tested, because that's what it's going to be pulling up from this section. So I don't need to do that because I've already got it grabbed in there. And then you can actually open this up and see all of your courses that you have available. And so I'm choosing the Wisdom into Wealth Challenge. That is the name of this classroom that I want unlocked for my member once they make the purchase. So if we hit continue, it's going to test the data out so we could retest the step if we wanted to, and it's going to make sure like the member that we had that was the record in the very beginning was actually sent to Skool. Now what's going to happen with that member is they're actually going to get an email, and the email is going to say, hey, come join your Wealthy Her Skool, which is my school, right? So come join Wealthy Her Skool. And they're going to click on that link. And when they click on that link, it brings them into the Skool. Now, if they were already a member inside the Skool platform, which has happened with a couple of people, if they were already a member in here, they will still click that link to come into Skool. But what it will do is actually unlock this section for them, because that's what I've told it to do in here. And so once we get the green light on all these things, we have the check marks, the green check marks here, we can hit publish. Okay, so that's how that looks. So it's just a two-step process. The webhook, and then the action is the invite member into Skool. And now in my automation, I can see that executions have been done and that people are being added into my community. So that is how you connect your GoHighLevel purchase trigger to unlocking a classroom inside of Skool. I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please let me know.